What's up with it, Raider Nation? It's your boy, Raider Honcho, and I'm back with a brand new video for you.
You gotta end somebody's dream. You gotta take their job. You gotta take their heart.
Defensive backs, defensive backs, defensive backs. Cornerbacks, safeties, training camp, Las Vegas Raiders, man, I can't get enough of this, okay? So, in this video, we're going to be talking about, I'm just going to be giving y'all little updates for some things I've been hearing, some things I've been seeing. You know, I'm all over the YouTube trying to find the videos and trying to look in the background to see what players is getting reps, who's not getting reps, and whatnot, okay? And some of the stuff I've been hearing all over the internet, all right? So, I believe it's day 3 maybe, day 3 of training camp, so you know, we got some things going on. We got some storylines. But today I really want to focus on Tyree Gillespie, Damon Arnett, Jonathan Abram, Nate Hobbs. We're just going to talk about the big guns. We're going to talk about the names we've been hearing about and try to just add a little more context to the names that we've been hearing about. So, first and foremost, let's talk about Nate Hobbs, okay? A rumor just came out, or I should say a report just came out. Shout out to the boy, Raider Scout. He was the first one I seen. I'm not sure what his sources are, but he usually is spot on. And he's saying that Nate Hobbs is getting most of the first team reps at slot cornerback or nickel corner, which is not really that surprising to me because if you go back a few videos ago when I made my predictions, I thought that the battle would be between Nate Hobbs and Amik Robinson, and I think Nate Hobbs will win that job just because I feel like Nate Hobbs athletically can do everything that Amik Robinson can do. And he has the dog in him, he has the strength, he has everything athletically he can do. He's probably faster, but the thing is physically, he's also bigger. So you're talking about what Amik Robinson brings to the table is that dog, that feistiness, that up in your face, yada yada this, yada yada that. But Nate Hobbs can do all of those things, and he's a lot bigger to do it. So it won't surprise me to see Nate Hobbs win that job. It's still very early though, and as a DB coach, sometimes I like to run my second string corners with the first team defense, just because I want to see how they're going to react to playing with the big dogs. See how they're going to react, how mentally they adapt to what's going on with the guys around him on the first team. You don't always want your backups to get reps only with backups because you want to see what it looks like with first team. So if you have Derek Carr in the first team offense out there, you might run your second string DBs or a second string linebacker just so they see what it looks like going against the number ones. Not necessarily meaning he's going to start. So, you know, we still got a time to wait. It's early in camp. We got to see what's going on. But I've already made my prediction thinking Nate Hobbs would win that job. And I also apologize because I was down on his name when it popped up on my screen for draft. I didn't know what the hell was going on, especially with other names on the board, but looks like he's showing out in camp, all right? So, Amik Robinson doesn't mean he's done, doesn't mean he's pushed to the wayside. Who knows what's going on in camp? We don't really know. We're just making assumptions. And so keeping it moving, I seen something that I didn't want to see, man. And I'm talking about my boy Damon Arnett. I seen something that I didn't really want to see. I was hoping I wasn't going to see. But I just happened to see some video. And in the background, I seen Damon Arnett. And he looked like his hand was wrapped up again, man. It looked like he had some type of wrapping on his hand. Maybe a padding on his hand. I'm not sure. But I'm really hoping. And it's just me hoping. I'm just really hoping he's not having issues with that wrist again. Because he's my guy. He's my guy that I said was going to start. He's one of the best corners on our team, talent-wise. I'm just hoping he's going to be fully healthy because last year we know him being injured really hindered his production. And that's why John Gruden graded him as an incomplete. You can't even really judge the guy because he wasn't even really on the field at full percent or at 100%. So I'm really just hoping that this is just precautionary measures and that, you know, I'm just praying. I just happened to see it in the background in one of the videos that he looked like his hand was wrapped up again, and I really don't want to see that. But moving forward, man, let's talk about our young safety. Let's talk about the Trevon Moehrigs. Let's talk about the Tyree Gillespies. Now, we all know that Trevon Moehrig was highly touted, highly scouted coming out of college. We got him in the second round. A lot of us thought he was a first-round guy, and he's somebody that we thought is just a day-one starter automatically. But with that being said, Tyree Gillespie is turning a lot of heads. And like I said before, when everybody asked me who my favorite draft pick was outside of Trevon Moehrig, it was obviously Tyree Gillespie. I really like what Gillespie brings to the table because he has all the measurables, he has all the physicality stuff that you want, the physical traits that you want. We talk about speed, the power, the aggression. Yes, his tape did look pretty bad. And I was talking to Ray the tape about this not long ago because sometimes we just watch tape and we watch like a player's tape, and it's really just chopped up into either his highlights or his bad plays. But when you think about Tyree Gillespie, and I know from like getting recruited in high school and stuff, most college teams will tell you to send a game tape, not a highlight tape. So yeah, even though if you take certain plays from Tyree Gillespie, you'll say, oh, this doesn't look great, this doesn't look good. But if you watch a whole game, you notice that he has his fingerprints on the entire game. He makes his presence felt the entire game. And now you can hear it in John Gruden's voice that he's really excited about Tyree Gillespie. And I know John Gruden likes to jump out the window and just fall in love with certain people and certain players. So it's not indicative of what's going to happen when talking about the depth chart and the roster. I don't think that Tyree Gillespie is going to take Trevon Moehrig's job, but it is interesting to note that he thinks Tyree Gillespie will play very good and very well and succeed close to the line, which means, you guessed it, Jonathan Abram seems like he's in a position of watching his back, because you talk about Carl Joseph they brought in, and then you talk about Gillespie. I mean, you never know. You never know. Gillespie could be pushing Jonathan Abram for some reps. I don't think so. Obviously, it's still early. I'm just going to talk about what I've been hearing, and that's what I've been hearing. John Gruden also said that Tyree Gillespie could play some nickel linebacker. So these young guys are coming in, and he say you should be excited about the DB group. And, you know, finally, as a DB guy, man, it feels like I can start being more optimistic about our DB room, because when you talk about the Nate Hobbs and Meek Robinsons, when you talk about the Trayvon Mullins and the Damon Arnetts, when you talk about the Tyree Gillespies, the Jonathan Abram, the Trevon Moehrigs, like, we have a lot of young talent in abundance in that secondary cupboard, and it might not show right away this year, it might not have showed right away last year, but I am telling you the future is very bright at that position for us. That secondary group is looking really young, really promising, and formidable going into this season. So those are just some of the things I've been hearing, man. So get down in the comments, let me know what you think about Tyree Gillespie. Is he a sleeper to actually get a lot of reps on game day, or is he just somebody that's going to push the starters? Let's talk about the Nate Hobbs situation. Is Nate Hobbs the guy? I've been saying for a while that I think Nate Hobbs is really good after me being down on him in the draft, after watching some more film on him, after just looking at what he brings to the table and where they might play him. I think he has a chance to be the starting nickel, starting slot cornerback game one. Week 1 against the Ravens. I really can see that happening. So, get down in the comments, let me know what you think. If you like the video, like the video. If you like the content on the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Raider Honcho. Check out RaiderHoncho.com. And until the next time, Raider Honcho out.